Hi, my name is Anthony. Today I'm going to take you through a short journey of how IELTS is being taught in Y-axis. I am, recording this session from Hyderabad Center, which is our head office. And we welcome each one of you to be a part of this, a short video where you would learn to know about what Y-axis was all about, how we are going to deal with each of these courses, and how many sessions do we have. So as we begin, there are many things that generally people have a perception that I can watch the videos, I can go through some notes, and I can answer anything because I've learned them in my school days and so on. Keeping all this in mind, we thought of starting our operations. We started our operations in 2016. So while we were starting this, we had in our mind, back of our mind, the kind of things that is necessary. What are the practice material that is necessary? So there are some practice materials that we have incorporated, which I will take you through in a while. So on behalf of the entire organization, I would like to brief you about our organization. We have started our operations 20 years ago, and since then we have grown year by year, and we have been identified as expertise in the visa documentation and immigration processes. We have our centers in more than 40 plus destinations, including in Dubai and in Australia. And our employee base is beyond 1,200 employees. And the best part that I would like to talk about is the coaching. The coaching that we offer at Y-Axis is to make sure that we imbibe the knowledge of how to crack the examination. So what you see here is our different other services apart from what we teach is just the coaching department. We also cater to immigration, study overseas, then jobs overseas, and likewise there are different other services that we offer at our end. We also take a quick understanding about things. When we talk about other courses that we offer at Y-Axis, is PT, GRE, GMAT, SAT, and we also cater to TOEFL. We would also come up with some other courses in the upcoming years and months. How does it work? So we have live streaming classes as well as a combination where we have classroom clients too. So live sessions are live streamed for all those people joining from anywhere from the world using our tool, which is GoToWebinar. We also give them an insight of what's going to be covered in the next site or the next session, where we call them as flipped class, with some assignments and practices while we brief them through what is necessary and how it needs to be taken into their practice streams. And we have an intensive practice material through the learning management system. And all the material that is incorporated there are the extracts from the Cambridge University Press documents. It's not self-prepared documents. Most of them are borrowed and taken into consideration as per the examining bodies, British Council, and IDP. Hence, all the material that we have here for practices and learning, we have embedded them from these, books, that is Cambridge IELTS book series, and we keep updating them. We keep updating them with the latest examination topics, questions, as well as samples and assistance, little bit of assistance towards grammar that is necessary to crack your IELTS examination. Our business partners are British Council and IDP, where we have a close relationship, where we get our updates about these examination time and again, and which we keep updating with our clients as well. The most important part when we talk about is if somebody is interested to get one-on-one classes with our expert and qualified tutors, we have an offering called Y-Access Private Tutoring More, where the client or the person who is interested for such sessions will be registering with our support team members, and they will be assigned to a dedicated tutor. And we have offerings of one session, 3 sessions, or 5 sessions. So likewise, we have an understanding that IELTS examination is one of those things that most of you are looking for an institute that can help you crack your exam. Here we go with an introduction of what IELTS offers as the communicative skills. We see listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So this examination has various opportunities to attempt. There are 2 different types, categories. The people interested to pursue their higher education in an abroad country will appear for an academic test. And the people interested for a permanent residency or for work visas have to attempt the general examination. However, there are some professionals, they also need to take up academic instead of general, which are expert counselors would suggest the moment they get in touch with our team members. There are different kinds of segments that we have to master. The test pattern states with the listening, which is for 30 minutes. Now, IELTS offers both paper-based as well as computer-based exam. So we take you through an understanding between the paper-based examination and the computer-based examination. In the listening category, we see 30 minutes is for a computer-based examination without any additional time to write down their answers on the answer sheet. However, when we talk about paper-based exam, they get an additional 10 minutes to write down their answers on the answer sheets. Otherwise, what you see on the screen is about reading is for 60 minutes, writing is for 60 minutes, and speaking is a face-to-face interview with the examiner, and the duration would be between 11 to 14 minutes. So this is an overview of what IELTS offers, and the way we take people are in 2 different modes. One is weekday coaching, and weekends also we cater for some batches. We have batches that happen between Monday to Friday on the weekdays, and our first batch starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, and the last batch gets over at 10:30 p.m. in the evening. Now, when it comes to weekend, we have 4-hour sessions on a Saturday and a Sunday for each batch for about 8 sessions for IELTS course. So when we talk about all these things, for knowing more detail, our support team would always be ready to help you to know the details and the availabilities. So there are different kinds of general trends for scores in different modules or the segments. We talk about how rigorous practice that we enable in our sessions by each and every tutor who is involved, who is taking the responsibility in our sessions. Along with this, we evaluate each and every assignments shared by the attendees and give them feedback instantaneously, whether it is in the session or when they write them back to us. We reply through emails, and sometimes in-person feedback is provided. Along with all of these, of course, the content that we share on our learning management system, we have segregated them on a module-wise or section-wise while teaching with continuous updation of our material, which you will be accessing. And then some of the misconceptions that most of us always carry are listed in front of you. When you look at this particular point, it says the test easier on the dates we have the academic or general together. So all these are the misconception that's going around the market. Now, how you prepare matters. There is no test easier or difficult. The way you practice, the way you put them across in the examination with your analytical skills and being logically strong. Of course, your language skills plays an important role. You will see that there are a lot of other misconceptions, whether I have to go to British Council or IDB, it doesn't matter anything because it gives you the same kind of test and the intensity, maybe a slight change in the use of vocabularies. Maybe the centers would be different. However, the evaluation parameters, everything remains the same. So let's know a little bit in depth of our speaking skills that we all have to develop in order to crack our speaking module. Please remember, your test is going to be recorded. Okay, so what is necessary here is be spontaneous in answering your questions and answer it at a greater length using appropriate language skills, use of words, put them in an orderly manner, and make sure that you answer to the questions. Now, there are some banned descriptors which will have to be enhanced because we got to make some changes to our ways of answering different things since we are used to the social language versus the formal language that's necessary to crack your examination. When we look at this particular area, we talk about fluency and coherence, where we require to speak smooth, however, using a range of words and sentences incorporated with the idea that you've generated, putting them in a structured manner to respond. And then the range of vocabularies, which means the lexical resource that helps us to use our words without repeating them time and again in those answers that we give. Then when we talk about response and the pronunciation should not be aping any other accent, but being very neutral, being neutral rather than showing up any mother tongue influence. Yeah, that doesn't mean that, you know what, some people say that, okay, you know what, I have a lot of mother tongue influence, how do I work upon that? Try to minimize the mother tongue influence pronounced words while you speak. That will help you to give your best response. Sounds interesting when it comes to grammar because we might have learned while we were a child. But today, do we know that we speak grammatically right sentence? Here at Y-axis, we help you to enhance by giving you some suggestions, some information related to grammar that may connect and support to give your IELTS examination. So yes, the program that we have prepared for both academic and general, we make sure that we have a stinge of grammar, word choices, fluency, coherence, cohesion. We involve all of them while we practice, while the sessions are happening. Moving on to the writing module, we see that academic and general differ with only section 1. Hence, in section 1, for both academic and general, though the other areas or points are common, like for instance, number of 150 words is necessary, and 150 words is necessary. Time duration is also same, of 20 minutes. However, for an academic exam taker, it would be a report writing, and if it is for a general, that is for a PR purpose or work visa purpose, you will be taken through how to write different types of letters, master them, and prepare for your tests. Though the academic or general in the task 2 essay writing remains common, we will take you through in detail explanation, and there are a lot of activities involved while we are going to teach you or take you through the learning to unlearning and learning the new one to master them for your performances as we go ahead. In the writing tasks, the areas that we have to be paying attention to be evaluated, that would be task achievement, making sure that my task is achieved, answered the question bits and pieces, but making it more concrete to the context. And the response will be used appropriately in a structured manner, putting them in a structured manner using coherence and cohesion, using appropriate linking words, cohesive devices, sentences using the right tenses, and so on. Of course, words play an important role, and grammar helps us to do all these other three parameters which is listed. Okay, and then when we talk about listening as a segment, which is divided into 4 different sections, where in section 1 and section 3 are conversation related audios, section 2 and 4 are narrative audios. And each of this section comprised of 10 questions, each ranging between 2 or 3 types of the questions which would be taught and practiced along with the attendees, given feedback. At the same time, you will also be taken through those areas to listen to different accents, get used to them, master them, comprehend them. Right? And at the same time, we will also take you through an area where you will be given some additional support to listen to different recommended websites where you will be given an opportunity to learn different accents, where you understand them, comprehend them perfectly well to the questions that's given on the question paper. And then when you respond, how conscious are you in that active listening that you've done while answering? So it's a combination of while listening, you have to answer the questions on the question paper or on the computer screen. So this is how we are going to develop with 5 sessions of intense practice in the sessions with instantaneous feedback and individual attention given to this people involved. So in academic and general, as we move on to the reading, there are 3 sections that comes up with 60 minutes duration in the test. And each of the sections slightly differ with the text, but not the question types. Sounds interesting, right? For all the general people, so the section 1 may comprise of 1 to 3 different topics or subjects explained in one particular segment, and 3 different questions can be asked, which means around 12 to 13 questions will be answered by you in section 1, and similar distribution happens throughout the other 2 sections. Likewise, for academic, the text comprises in each of the section of 1 single topic, unlike the general people who attempt this test. The most important part now is in reading how better we can make our presence of mind, patience, and looking between the lines to identify our answer. So in order to enhance these skills, our expert tutors with their experience take you through this session. Yes, we have different centers throughout India. We are beginning with another center in Australia soon. The number of centers that we have in Hyderabad are 3 centers. We have in Bangalore 3 centers. We have Mumbai 2 centers, Pune 1 center, Delhi 1 center, Ahmedabad, Coimbatore. So we have these many centers which run coaching from each of these centers. Along with this, for you to reach us, you have the contact numbers, which is listed here, which is 7670-800-000. The moment you reach there, the recorded message will lead you to a personnel who will answer your questions or your doubts or your clarification and take assistance. We also have our website, which I request all of you to go there, find about the batches which are coming up, and think about what would be the time that you would be comfortable to join. We welcome each one of you to make your presence, because we also are present on our Facebook. Because on our Facebook, we bring out value addition for the people who have joined the course. Because we keep updating on a weekly basis by the word of the day, tip of the day, idioms. We also keep them notified with the success stories of those people who have completed their course and achieved a milestone in their examination. We also have some success stories spoken. We have also video testimonies and video tips and interaction by our tutors, giving you some suggestions how to crack the different segments of your IELTS learning. Moving on to the end, we have some video testimonies which is embedded on our YouTube, which you can see them right now. So as you see them, I want you all to visit them. You will find all other tutors who are present here, and you may make a decision today, because we have sessions getting filled up soon. In this note, do we have any questions? If you have, please write to us. If you have questions, call us, and we will help you in understanding more in depth about the coaching, and we would help you to take the right decision. So with this, I thank you everyone and all the best, and take care. Bye-bye. See you everyone.